All right. So in the previous class, I was actually explaining buy side and sell side liquidity. Yeah. So I said above highs we have buy side liquidity line above every high. Okay. And then below every low we have sell side liquidity line there. All right. So now using this illustration, yeah, as an using this whatever it's called as an illustration, yeah. Above this high, this high, this high, this high, this high, we have buy side liquidity there. All right. Now below this low, this low, this low, this low, this low, and every other swing lows, we have sell side liquidity below them. All right. Now there's something I want you to pay attention to. Okay, the internal highs and the internal lows. All right. This internal high right here, I think I should use a different color for it. Maybe I should use maybe maybe I use something like sorry, let me change the color to maybe yellow. Yeah. Now these internal highs, all right, the ones that are in yellow, we have so many of them right here on the chart. Okay, let me reduce the size also. Now these internal highs, they are also highs. All right, all these internal highs you are seeing, they are also highs. Right, they are also highs. All these internal highs and internal lows, the lows too are part of it. I might not be able to highlight all of them, but then you should understand the concept, right? All the internal highs and internal lows, we also have liquidity lying above them. Yeah? What is this? We also have liquidity lying above the internal highs and lows also. Okay. So this internal high you have here, internal high, we have liquidity lying above them. And what happened at this point? Price did what? Went up, it grabbed internal liquidity, and then it started selling down. What happened at this point? Price went up, grabbed internal high liquidity, and started selling from this point. All right. What happened here? Price grabbed what? Internal range liquidity and started selling from there. What happened here? Price did what? Grabbed. Okay. Now at this point, we had what? The market structure shift. You can see we had a shift, the market structure shift from here. So price did what? Change to a bullish trend. All right. Now, whenever you have price change to a bullish trend, yeah, you have what? You want to look at what the lows to be taken out, the internal lows to be taken out, internal lows, I said. All right. So at this point, now let's assume we have something of this nature. Okay. Now, price shifted structure, went up, took internal range liquidity. All right. The internal low liquidity, and then started buying off from there. Same thing here. This low got taken out and the price bought from there. All right. So I'm going to explain the external range liquidity right now. All right. And then we are going to postpone inducement because inducement is more like a whole different topic on its own. So I will want us to talk about it separately. All right. So we're going to be done with liquidity. Then the next class we're going to be on inducement. All right. Now the next we have external liquidity. Now basically, external liquidity are just the swing highs and the swing point. All right. Now on this illustration I gave you, the red dots are the swing highs and the swing lows. Now, above the swing highs and below the swing lows, we have external liquidity lying there. Then for these internal highs and lows, these ones that are in yellow dots, okay, you can have equal high liquidity. You know, they are internal. You can have trend line. You can have the normal highs and lows, all right? But then when we talk about external liquidity, we are talking about what? The major swing points. Does that make sense? We're talking about the major swing points in this case. All right. Talking about external liquidity, we're talking about the major swing points. Talking about internal liquidity, we're just talking about what is going on in between. I've taught you guys. That's why I told you guys to digest the whole structure thing because it's very important for you. All right. So at this point, I will want to take questions. Okay. Tomorrow, I don't know if it's possible for us to have a class tomorrow morning, but then tomorrow evening, you're definitely going to have another class talking about liquidity also. Okay, so we're gonna have another class tomorrow evening. If you have any question, all right, please type it into the chat box now. if you have any question, or you unmute your mic and speak. So it's going to be fast. Just unmute your mic and speak if you have any question. If you don't have any question, I think, okay, nobody is speaking, so I believe nobody has a question. Then I think, yeah, it does not matter, all right? It does not matter. We're actually going to talk about supply and demand after liquidity, okay? After inducement even. So after liquidity, we're going to talk about inducement next, okay? Then basically, the next subsequent classes after liquidity will basically be centered on entry strategies, all right? That's what we're going to get to talk about supply, demand, FVG, blah, blah, blah. But then when we get there, we're actually going to cross that bridge, yeah? So I really think that there are no questions, okay? So please, today is what, 29th. I think the month is ending tomorrow or next tomorrow, yeah? So for people who are yet to complete your payments, do so. Very important. All right, then. You guys don't have any questions. That's good. So I'm going to see you guys in my next class.